What's up, my dudes? My name is Sister Turley, and this is the track review of the St. Jude's Charity Race Round 1. So what this is actually a 4-race series coming up really soon. The first round is this upcoming Friday, and it's all put on by Moto Agogo. A lot of you guys probably know him. Definitely shout out to him for doing this. And what it is just a 4-race series, and Moto Agogo is going to be live streaming it, and it's all about donating to St. Jude's cancer awareness, and it's going to actually be helping people out that are dealing with cancer. So it's a really cool thing that they're doing. Definitely shout out to everybody that's involved with it, and I just think it's really cool because the MX Simulator community is quite small in comparison to a lot of other communities, and that's why I'm making this video, because I'm trying to get as many people as I possibly can into this and to get involved with this. So it's a really cool 4-race series, and all you have to do is donate at least $5, and they'll have cool prizes at the end and all that good stuff. And they have all different classes you can race in. They got Amateur 250, Amateur 450, they got Pro 250, Pro 450. They have an open class in case you're just wanting to kind of sort of mess around. You're not really all that fast at the game, so there's all different kinds of skill levels that can be involved with this. So it's a really cool thing, man. Like, I mean, I'm racing in it because I think it's really cool what they're doing, and I feel like it's just awesome that something like this is happening in MX Simulator. So I definitely want to get as many people in this community involved as I possibly can. So definitely shout out to everybody over there. I'll be leaving a link in the description to all the information on that, and all the where you sign up and all that good stuff. So definitely look out for that in the description. And yeah, so getting to the track review, that's really what I wanted to do here, is just tell everybody about this. But I will be doing an actual track review on this track. So this is the first round that they're going to be racing on, and it's pretty cool, man. It's got a lot of really long, it's definitely a motocross track. Like, it's the complete opposite from a supercross track. So there's a ton of really fast sections on it, and there's really cool, like, where you kind of go through the water section right there. So yeah, man, just a fun track that's got a lot of cool lines and stuff in your corners. Like, you got pretty much 3 main ruts in every corner, and they're definitely big enough to grab you. Like, it's not just tiny little ruts. So that's definitely cool, and there's a lot of roughness on, like, the insides of a lot of these sections, so it really evens out your inside lines and your outside lines. So it's really cool because, like, there is a lot of options on this track. Even though it might not look like it, there actually is, because, like, you can take the outside and just rail it, or you can go up the inside and kind of hit the rough braking bumps. And so it's kind of taking the same amount of time whether you go inside or outside. And then obviously you have more so your middle kind of rut going on. So but yeah, definitely a pretty cool motocross track. Like, it's got some really big hucket lines and stuff on it. It's not just a real simple kind of motocross track, that's for sure. It's like, it is simple, I guess, in a sense, but the really big jumps on this track, they have like an ultra big line on them too. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But like, there's definitely a couple of, like, medium sized to smaller type jumps, but there's 2 or 3 pretty monstrous jumps that you can hit, like upwards of 150 to 200 foot. But yeah, so cool track, man. Got a lot of friction on it. I enjoy more friction than I do a really high traction kind of track. I feel like those feel way unrealistic, but this track right here, it's got a lot of friction to it, so it feels like a pretty deep sand. So I mean, I like tracks like this. But here's one of those bigger lines. You can see, like, 5th gear wide open, you can hit it all the way to there. I don't know if you could clear that all the way to that downside. Man, that would be crazy. That would be sort of like a quad, I guess, but wow, that would be wild. But you can hit the smaller line there. You can, like, really go for it and huck it. And when I say go for it, I mean everything you got from the corner to the jump face to hit it, you know. So even though it looks kind of easy, I'm telling you, this is a track that'll be fun for even pros to race on, because it does have a challenge to it with some of these bigger jumps. And you better be prepared for that landing too. Even if you land it perfectly, it's still a pretty hardcore slam. So but yeah, it'll be fun to race on, no doubt. But I just really wanted to make this video just to get as many people as we possibly can in the race. And like I said, it doesn't matter what kind of skill level you are. There's all different kinds of classes for it. So, but all they ask is to donate $5, which is nothing, man. I mean, that's, you know, we are pretty lucky in a lot of things, and I don't want to go into this big like sob story and whatnot, but it's cool to think about, man, for sure how lucky we are. And I mean, we've all been through things, but it's just always fun to help out with whatever we can, and especially in a game that I'm as dedicated as I am to MX Simulator, that they're doing something like this. So that's really cool. So yeah, it's just, man, you got to be thankful sometimes, and it just makes you feel good to be doing something for a cause like this. So I'm telling you, it'll make your day better just donating and just messing with it, man. I mean, it really will. It's cool like that. So you know, even though you're helping people, heck, it made me feel better doing it. So but yeah, I just had to shout this out, man, because you don't see these kind of things every day, like what Moto Go-Go's doing and putting all this on. So I think he does this every year, but it's cool that they're actually doing a race series on this. So it's going to be 4 rounds. I'm definitely interested to see all the other rounds. So got a nice little tabletop right there, and yeah, man, pretty fun track, definitely fast, and very unique little water section right here, definitely cool. It's really cool because right when you get on that water section, you almost get like a glare. I don't know if it's from the water or from how they did the lighting or something, but it's really cool because it's like you get such a reflection from the water that it's almost blinds you a little bit. So it's a cool like racing element like that. I don't know if that's just me that noticed that, but it's cool. Like you come over that one little peak over there, and then you go on that little water section, and you have such a reflection from it that your eyes kind of takes it a second to adjust, so it's kind of hard to see what rut you're in, which is really cool, man. I love sections like that. So but you can see it right here. You see, you could just hit that smaller line and land like right there where I am right now, or you can hook it all the way, do like a triple. Man, I started to look at that from this view, and I think you could probably quad that. I would probably have to change my gearing for that, but gosh, that would be a big jump, man. I don't know about that. Woo! But got a nice triple right here. And yeah, man, just some cool lines and stuff. And all the off-track's pretty decent. It's definitely not like this just amazing track or anything, but I think it'll race really well, and I think that it's good. Like, I mean, for a custom track to be racing on, I think it's pretty good. The only thing that's going to be a little sketchy is not having any tough blocks or anything like that. It might be a little crazy if somebody's like accidentally cutting on a lot of these corners, but they'll get the cuts at the end anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But like, it's very easy to, especially if you're like a pro or something where you're always trying to go the fastest line everywhere, it's definitely easy to accidentally cut on a few of these sections. But other than that, I mean, awesome track, man. Some of these really long ruts are very tricky. It's so easy for that front end to dive down if you don't just hold the throttle on. So it's a fast track, like, no doubt. So it'll be definitely fun to race on. And tried to whip on that. I think I actually crashed here. Yep. So crashed on that one, but I tried to land it pretty decently. It's going to be crazy trying to whip on those really humongous huck-it jumps on this track, but other than that, definitely pretty cool. So I'm gonna give this track a I'm gonna give it a solid 8 overall. I think it's actually really fun on track. Off track's lacking a little bit, but the on track is a lot of fun, and it's cool to see an actual real motocross style track, like fast, super fast sections and really big berms and ruts and stuff. So definitely cool for sure. Not too much roughness either, so you can definitely get going really fast on this track. So it's cool like that. But I would say the difficulty is probably I mean, it's probably medium, but if you're really hauling butt, then it's kind of hard difficulty, I guess, because if you really try to hit these bigger jumps, it starts to get a little more difficult. But I would just say medium difficulty overall. So anyways, definitely a shout out to Moto Go-Go. All you guys go check out the link in the description to sign up for this race and everything, and definitely support all the St. Jude, donating to them and all that good stuff. It's for a great cause, and I just had to shout all this out. So I appreciate all you watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them.